Hey guys, it is Julie here with JT.Wealth. In today's video, we are going to be chatting about Ford Motors. So let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back and thank you so much for being here. Today, we are chatting about Ford Motors as they just had a pretty exciting Q3 earnings report. So we are going to look at the details of that report. We're then going to cover the exciting new lineup of electric vehicles that they have coming out this next year, including an electric delivery truck, and then take a look at some future outlooks for the stock. Just before we get into all of that, this is just your friendly reminder that if you enjoy the video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Really helps us grow and helps you stay up to date with all of our latest videos. Also, down below in the description are some great links, including my Patreon group, which will get you into our Discord chat, as well as some referral links, as Webull has a promotion on right now where you get 3 free stocks for opening up and funding a new investment account. So take a look down there. Okay, so let's chat about Ford. So they trade under the ticker F. And as you can see this morning, they had a nice little jump up over 6% up to $8.18. Now we've settled back down around the $8 mark. And that jump was in thanks to their Q3 earnings report, which they shared after market close on Wednesday. And as you may have guessed it, it was a good report. Their revenue was $37.5 billion, which beat the estimates of $32.9 billion, and earnings per share were 65 cents, which was almost double the 34 cents reported in the prior year's third quarter. Their adjusted EBITDA margin was 9.7%, which was nearly 5 points above last year's 4.8% and came in well above Ford's long-term target of 8%. And on top of that, Ford Credit had its strongest quarter in 15 years. Now, you may remember this summer they announced that their former CEO, Jim Hackett, was retiring and was staying with Ford until October to help transition for the new CEO. And that new CEO was Jim Farley, who took over on October 1st and immediately put a plan into place to get rid of unprofitable vehicles. He wants Ford to focus on electric vehicles and its existing strong brands. He said, "We know that there's huge value to be unlocked as we turn around our automotive operations. There will be additional opportunity when we start growing again, which we will do with products and services customers can't resist." Now, the company highlighted its upcoming fourth quarter, which includes 3 new game-changing vehicle launches. This includes a new Ford F-150 truck, an all-electric Mustang Mach E, and the Bronco Sport. Now, the new F-150 is some pretty exciting news as Ford is starting to make the shift to electric pickup trucks. Now, the 2021 F-150's Power Boost gasoline electric hybrid drivetrain comes first, and Ford execs said that the electric F-150 will have more torque and horsepower of any F-150 in company's history. But that's just the start. The hybrid merely marks the beginning of the F-150's electric embrace. Come model year 2022, the F-150 will add a true battery electric drivetrain to its options menu. Now, that is going to be huge for the EV community there, as the F-Series is the top selling vehicle in the US and accounts for 1 out of 18 every vehicle sold. So that is a massive loyal customer base to sell an electric vehicle to. And in further electric vehicle news comes Ford's first all-electric crossover with the Mustang Mach E. Now, it obviously shares a name with their iconic Mustang, and they say that it is built from the passion of the Mustang's iconic heritage, but otherwise it's somewhat unrelated as this is a 5-passenger SUV. This will be starting just below $43,000 with their top line model starting at $60,000. And yes, Ford is also bringing back an old classic, and that is their Bronco, which is going to come in 3 different models with the 2-door, 4-door, and Sport. But what has me really excited is the all-electric vehicle that Ford plans on unveiling on November 12th. And that is the Ford E-Transit, which is aimed at delivery companies looking to transition their fleets to zero-emission vehicles. Now, Jim Farley said that a lot of their small and medium business owner customers are looking for an all-electric solution, and the quality of the product will be beneficial in European markets as well. Now, specifications like power and range have not yet been announced, but Ford has confirmed that it will be offered in cargo, cutaway, and chassis cab versions. And the E-Transit is expected to debut as a 2022 model year vehicle. So a pretty exciting lineup of new electric vehicles for Ford over the next year. And they're making some big steps into that electric market, which we know is a hot market at the moment. So what does this mean for Ford as a business and for their stock? Ford did warn that it'll be in for more difficult results in the fourth quarter, and they might even come in at a bit of a loss. Their headwinds include ramping up production for their new version of the Ford F-150 series, as well as higher costs associated with the launches of their new models with the Mustang Mach E and the Bronco. But they did say that overall they should be profitable for the entire year. So let's take a look at what analysts are looking for next. Now, overall, Jim Farley's management style did get a lot of praise, but most analysts have left their outlook for the stock unchanged, as they're saying they just need to see more from the company. Dan Levy with Credit Suisse said that Farley seems to focus on improving the business near term between cost, execution, as well as reinvigorating growth. We believe Jim Farley will drive incremental urgency and accountability at Ford, and this could spark incremental investor interest. Komal Patel at Goldman Sachs also praised Farley, saying that the new management team focused on the importance of operational execution, successful product launches, managing costs, investing in profitable businesses, improving warranty costs, and investing in electrification. He acknowledges that despite the success this quarter, Ford still has a lot to deliver on, and consistently. Morgan Stanley analyst Adam Jonas said that investors are getting excited around the prospects of a strong product cycle timed with cost reduction and a more frugal and decisive strategic vision following recent management changes. Ford remains in the middle of a multi-year restructuring, and while Jim Farley has wasted no time shaking things up since taking the CEO reins earlier this month, we think Ford's turnaround is likely to take time. And that is fair. Ford is a huge company, and obviously big ships like that do not turn around just overnight. So this will take some time, but to me it seems like they are on the right track here with their new focus on electric vehicles. Looking at Ford's stock forecast and price targets, we are coming out with an average consensus of it being a hold, with 4 buys, 8 holds, and 1 sell. The average price target is $8.65, so a bit up from where we are now, with the higher end being 11, but a low down at $4.90. So what do you guys think about Ford and their future outlook here? I highlight them today. I'm not invested myself, but I just find it really interesting to see these huge existing automakers shifting their focus into the electric vehicle market, which we know we've seen a lot of new electric vehicle companies starting up recently. So how will these existing big automakers compete in that space? When we look ahead at 2021, we have a pretty big lineup of new electric pickup trucks coming to market. From GM's Hummer to Lordstown's Endurance, Rivian has a truck, Tesla's Cybertruck, Nikola maybe might make a Badger. So there'll be a lot new competition hitting the EV space. So let me know your thoughts. How are these traditional automakers going to compete with the EV specific companies? Are they going to be able to make this shift to the EV space well? And what is that competition going to look like? I always love hearing from you guys, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you made it all the way to the end of the video here, you better give us a big thumbs up and make sure that you're also subscribed to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and cheers.